What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. I am Sam. That is Mike. Today, we're going to be doing a first week free agency mock draft. Pretty much the way it's going to work. Free agency, it's passed. The first week is passed. There's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of great players on the board. I'd say more so than in recent years. Like Terron Armstead, who in my opinion was the best player in all of free agency, is still available after a week, and there's been like no buzz whatsoever about him. So stuff will still go down.
Tyrann Mathieu still a free agent for what that's
Tyrann Mathieu is still a free agent.
Zadarius Smith's a free agent still.
Zadarius Smith is a free agent.
Backed out of the deal with the Ravens.
He backed out of his Ravens contract. There's a lot of guys. I mean, this is a really talented free agent group. By the time we might pick a tackle in this video, and by the time this video comes out, Trent Brown might be a Seahawk. You don't know. So there's really no way of knowing. So take this with a grain of salt. We are recording this on the 20th of March. So that's where we stand. The most recent signing the Seahawks have made was Quentin Jefferson. So that's where we stand right now. And that's the mock draft that we're going to be using. 7 rounds. You guys know the format. By the way, a few things. Subscribe first off. Why haven't you subscribed already? Just do it. I mean, everybody's doing it, so why don't you do it as well?
And also, everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Second off, we don't trade for next year picks because no one cares. I mean, it's a 1-year mock draft. I mean, like if we're doing a Madden rebuild, sure, we get the picks. But this is a 1-year mock draft. We're not going to be trading for future picks. So if we get like an offer for 2 firsts and we don't accept it, it's because we don't do that here. We don't do that here. Anyways, let's get right on into it. So
boom. All right.
Okay, so Malik Willis went at 8.
That is
Washington
interesting.
Football team hopped up.
So we have a couple offers right here for pick 9 and pick 229. I am not going to accept that. This is interesting right here to consider, because if we don't love a guy right here at 9, trading back down 4 makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah,
we can look at that. This also makes it. We get 12 and 46 versus. So this is definitely a way better offer.
We give up a 4th though. We give up a 4th.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So we give up a little bit more value in the deal.
I would like this offer more than the Texans.
My concern is that Minnesota would jump up to take like a Trayvon Walker or something like that, and I don't really want to mess with that a whole lot because.
So let's just take a look here at who we have on the board and if there's anybody that we like are dying to have. Number 1, Garrett Wilson. We got receivers, all right? We got stacks.
We got receivers. We don't need receivers.
Jordan Davis, I don't think he would be a great fit.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a scheme fit. He would not be a scheme fit. This guy, he's at most a 3 tech, at the very most. And that might even be pushing his positional boundaries.
Yeah.
A bit too far.
Yeah, no. Trayvon Walker, I think, is interesting at 11 right here. And if we want to trade down with Minnesota, he could potentially still be there. Jameson Williams, obviously another wide receiver. We're good.
And he just tore his ACL too.
Yeah. He did tear his ACL. He's coming off an ACL tear, yes. Which, by the way, prayers up for David Ajabu. That was awful.
Yeah. Honestly, I really liked him as a potential trade back option in the first round for the Seahawks. Like trade back and pick him up at like in the teens. So yeah, sucks. The
worst.
Happens. He's gonna be great. Still, he's gonna be great.
He is. Wishing him a good recovery.
No stress. Linderbaum might be interesting, but
I do.
Do you pick the center at 9? You know what I mean?
I think this is a good example of what we were talking about earlier, where this is kind of a post free agency thing. We did just sign a center in Austin Blythe, so is center a position that we're going to target in the first round now? I don't,
especially with 9th overall. You know, it seems like it's a valuable pick.
I think there's 2 guys that I'm really looking at, and you could have your own opinion, but I think there's 2 guys I'm looking at right here to potentially trade down: George Karlaftis and Derek Stingley. I think both of those guys could be available at 12, assuming we make this trade with Minnesota.
If we take a look at who's on the board in between us and Minnesota, right? There's the Jets, who might be eyeing.
I would think the Jets would take Garrett Wilson. I would think so.
They'd be eyeing Garrett Wilson. Would the Falcons be eyeing like a No, they wouldn't be eyeing a Stingley. Actually, I don't think. I think we'd be okay there.
I think they could. Well, there's two. Keep in mind, Atlanta's right here. There's two Georgia guys at the top of the board. So
they might take an edge. They might take
Walker or Davis.
We're gonna risk losing one of those edge rushers, and then Minnesota. But they trade up. Minnesota might very well take an edge as well.
Right. Well, we would have Minnesota. So I think Minnesota personally would probably want to take Jordan Davis. Would be my guess, or
they did just get rid of Michael Pierce. So yes. I think we fall back.
So you want to go green light?
Yeah, I think we take this Minnesota deal.
Okay, accept the Minnesota deal. Perfect. Okay, let's look. I called it. Minnesota took Jordan Davis.
So now Houston is not offering us a this year pick.
Yeah. So for the purpose of this mock draft, we are going to decline. But in
real life, this is an accepted trade.
So now we're looking at the board.
Stingley or Karlaftis. Or if you would allow me to say two things potentially crazy, Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa is a dog.
He is definitely a dog.
At offensive tackle. And Devin Lloyd at 21. You just got rid of Bobby Wagner. You want to get another linebacker to stuff the run if you really think that that's the top priority. However, I don't think we need to do that. Pete and John were really gushing over Cody Barton.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that. I realistically think that Stingley and Karlaftis are two best options. So let's get
my vote would be for. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I like Karlaftis more as a player. However, we just made a video about a pass rushing signing that we did. Do we have more of a need at corner? I think absolutely, right? Because our starting corners right now are Trey Brown and Sidney Jones. Not exactly great. Lost DJ Reed in free agency. So if you're going by need, I think Derek Stingley is the answer here.
Yeah. I think Karlaftis though makes a lot of sense in our new scheme in a 3-4.
I do think so too.
Where you can line him up as a big end, right over, like head on over the tackle. He's not a speed rusher. Get him in his prime area of just putting his hands in the chest of a lineman and just driving them back. Mm-hmm. That might be a little sexy. I'm not even gonna lie, but
I am good with either one here. Like I said, I think Karlaftis is probably a better player, but I think in terms of our needs as a team, Derek Stingley would fulfill those a lot better.
How did Karlaftis test? Just check his RAS. 8.73. That's not awful.
No. Let's check Stingley. All right, not available. Okay.
He may have not tested.
Yeah, 6 foot 190 versus Karlaftis is 6'3", 265. Damn. Big, explosive, and powerful. Okay.
He's very athletic. I do know that Karlaftis is very athletic. He seems like he makes a lot of sense here. I mean,
so you're thinking Karlaftis? Go with him.
I think Karlaftis is best player available. I think that we're at a point where beef up the edge. I think you can find a lot of corners, and I think especially in this free agency, I think we might be able to get a few more corners. I mean, we only have 3 corners on the roster though. So how does that make it feel, right?
That's what I'm saying. I think corner is a big need, but
it's a kind of a gaping hole. But like Karlaftis could be so good.
And another thing that I'm thinking is I don't think the style of play that Derek Stingley had at LSU is the style that Pete wants. You know what I mean? But who knows? I mean, we're switching up our defense this year, so I mean, who really knows? But I think probably Karlaftis is probably the way to go here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we take Karlaftis this week. Might be able to get a center down the board. I mean, a corner down the board.
All right, we going with Karlaftis. Boom.
Picking George Karlaftis at Purdue.
All right, so now we've got
down to 40.
No.
Oh my God, a job's on the board. If only we knew.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say no to this one too because it's
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We have back-to-back picks. Do we want to take a gamble on Ajabo?
How would Ajabo fit?
I bring up this example all the time. Jeffrey Simmons, like 3 years ago, tore his ACL. He was gonna be a top probably 5-10 pick, and the Titans took him. I think it was like 23 or something, and he didn't play at all the first year. Which Ajabu probably won't because he tore his Achilles, right? Like that was confirmed.
Yeah, clean Achilles tear.
So he's not going to play this year. He's not going to play in 2022.
Actually, he might. Cam Akers just made a full recovery in 6 months, which is absolutely unheard of. Now, will everybody make a recovery time that fast?
No.
Probably not. But if he could recover in 6 months, he would be broadly ready for the regular season, would he not?
It could maybe even be like a Darrell Taylor situation where he kind of plays very sparingly his rookie year. It doesn't play too much very sparingly.
I mean, Darrell Taylor didn't play his rookie year.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking he came back. He was gonna play. I think if we would have beat the Rams in the playoffs, like I think he was gonna play the next.
Yeah. Ajabo's so good. Like, is he too good to pass up here? Like Jeffrey Simmons was gonna be a top 5 pick before he got hurt.
I mean, Ajabo was going to be a top 15 pick, probably
15 top 20 pick, and he's available at 40. I say we look at corner, and if not, I see a quarterback at a Cincinnati that's sitting right there for us too. So
you want cornerback or corner?
Just go to corner. I just want to see who's available at corner.
Okay. Nobody here I really like, to be honest. Bryant later.
I kind of mess with Tariq Woolen. I'm not even gonna lie. I think 6'4". If you RAS, I think it's off the charts. Like I think
wow.
He got a perfect 10. He was 6'4", and I think he ran a 4.26 or something like that, dude. He's so athletic. 78-inch wingspan. This guy is huge. He's huge and fast, and like I don't think he'll be on the board with our next pick.
So our next pick is I maybe have trouble taking him at 40 or 41.
You want to fall back into the 50s?
I'd say we could probably fall back to the 50s. So do you want to, since we can guarantee him, do you want to take Ajabo at 40?
I don't know if we can take Ajabo, man. We just got an edge, and I don't know exactly how he'll fit. I think if we take 2 edge rushers to start, it would be a big risk. You know what I mean?
However, I agree with you. However, if at least one of them hit and are like a stud pass rusher, I think it's worth it. You know what I mean? So we're rolling.
I guess, but do you really want to blow your first 2 picks on edge, especially when you've gone out and signed so many guys?
True. But I just think that this guy has the potential to be a very, very good pass rusher. I understand what you're saying.
I say we focus on the need. I think although Ajabo would be an incredible luxury to have at 40, and if we would have taken Stingley at 13 or whatever, I would have taken Ajabo here without blinking an eye. But I think right now, we have to focus on the task at hand, which is kind of balance out this defense. It's a very unbalanced defense. We have a few positions kind of ranging. Corner is a very non-deep position. Linebacker is a little less deep, obviously, because we lost Bobby Wagner. So, I mean, how have we looked down the board here? I mean, like, is there anybody that like jumps off the page? Like, I think after the first week of free agency, I don't think that this class has necessarily really begun to play into our favor.
No, I think, I can agree with you there. Tariq Woolen, I think, would be good to pick at one of these spots because he is, again, a super athlete at corner.
Do you want to take Woolen now so we can guarantee him and instead trade back at 41, get some more picks, see who's down the board? Because there's nobody else here that we feel is like a super great need.
If we trade back into the 50s, 50, 55-ish, and Ajabo's still there, would you take him?
It might be too hard to pass up. I would have to see who else on the board, but 42.
This is a W. That's a W.
That's a trade. And then we could just immediately trade that pick.
49 and 98. You think so?
Yes. Yeah. Because look, we jump up from 229, we gain like 120 something spots out of that. So,
all right. So now we got one at 46. So do you want to take a pick at 46 and then, 2023, 60 and 91?
let's take a stab, see who's down the board here.
Yeah. Okay, Wyatt.
Devontae Wyatt. I think we're set at D tackle. We're set at back.
Ajabo's still there.
Ajabo's still there. He's but like a Christian Harris. You're a Bama guy.
I am a Bama guy. I like Christian Harris.
I just want to ask, like, what do you think about him as a player?
I think he's a great leader. I think that maybe here, let's look at his RAS score because I was thinking maybe,
9. He
9.
tested really well.
Really good athlete. Obviously being the leader of a Nick Saban defense, I mean, that's some NFL type stuff right there. So obviously, I think he's
would you think that Pete, having just lost Bobby, would be really interested in that?
I think definitely. This guy reminds me a lot of Dante Hightower.
Yo, by the way, I totally forgot. We have a pick at 49 from the Vikings trade.
Oh, yeah. So definitely. So, like I said, Christian Harris reminds me a lot of Dante Hightower. Good athlete, good leader. He's a good tackler. So,
listen, I think if you want to take Christian Harris here at 46 and Ajabo's on the board at 49.
We go Ajabo?
We go Ajabo at 49. He's on the board.
He's on the board. Okay.
Let's see
what the other offer is. Ooh, 2023. So we're not gonna do that. Okay. So Ajabo, we gotta pull the trigger here.
I think we pull the trigger on Ajabo. Getting him at 49, even though he tore his Achilles, is an absolute.
Sit him for a year. I mean, we just got a guy at 49 that should have gone in the top 10 or 15 without any like character concerns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a Larry
It's not like a
Tunsil.
Joe Mixon. Like it's not a Joe Mixon.
Or like a Larry Tunsil where like he was
caught
smoking on the gas mask. No. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no because it's 2023.
Now listen, if this was pre-combine me, I would have suggested a Carson Strong here. Having known, I heard that he met awfully with teams.
I heard too. I heard he was really immature. I heard he didn't know coverages.
Immature. He did not know coverages. He kind of had a little bit of an attitude. I would say that would not be a wise pick here. I mean, the guy, he's definitely got the build. He's got the arm. He's talented. But I just don't, like, you really want to sacrifice a guy like Russ for a guy who has attitude problems?
Yeah, no.
I'm looking down the board. I see a guy like Abraham Lucas. At this point in time, I would take Abraham Lucas.
I really would like Abraham Lucas too. It's good value at 72. Washington guy, obviously a position of need off of the tackle now.
And it's our Pac-12 bias too. It's our
Pac-12 bias, which, by the way, sorry for my Alabama bias in taking Christian Harris.
Yeah,
as you guys know, but it's a position of need. Now, I don't think we make this pick if Trent Brown signs. To be honest, maybe if Dwayne Brown leaves, but I'm operating under the assumption.
Yeah, if Dwayne Brown resigns and Trent Brown does not resign, I think Abraham Lucas would be a really good get here because I'm 95% sure he is tackle.
Yeah,
but if Trent Brown does. Well, Trent Brown might sign to be. He tested well as well. I knew that he tested really well. So I think Abraham Lucas makes a lot of sense here. You get a really high ceiling tackle in state. Makes a lot of sense here.
I would definitely agree. I like Abraham Lucas as the pick.
And even if Dwayne comes back, he's an old man.
True, he is very much an old man.
You sit him for or two? No, sorry.
In real life, this is definitely a trade you make.
I mean, do you want to see if we can get it this year, 5th? Just like throw it out. If it doesn't work, then it's no biggie. But like
that,
or like 248. Like get like a 248, and I mean, it's 3 picks. Like how
nice.
Yeah, like it's 3 picks. You get an extra pick.
2 positions. I should have checked the board. I would have said Kobe Bryant.
Well, listen, 2 positions that we've already picked.
True. We haven't picked a corner.
Yeah, we picked Woolen. Woolen.
Honestly, bro, that just totally escaped my memory.
Yeah, I literally because we were like Ajabo.
Yeah. I was like, come on, stay on the board. And then we were decided between Karlaftis and Stingley, and we picked Karlaftis. So in my head, I was like, we didn't pick a corner. You're right, we did. 91 and 102 for we're gonna skip that one for now. All right, let's check this board. 91. So tight end's not a position of need. Offensive tackle, maybe. Safety, not a position of need. Wide receiver, no. Tight end, no. No. Quarterback, maybe.
I mean, like, man, I'm not sure. I mean,
yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I'm just scrolling down right here.
Like, I mean, like a Zap here, like a.
You want Bailey Zappi?
A Zappi out of Western Kentucky. I mean, how much?
Look at that. Ooh.
I mean, what's our next pick? Our
next pick is let's just figure it out right here. 98. Oh, so we're.
I mean, I don't see the reason to pick him out, but like, if he is on the board, like, how much could it hurt? You know?
Yeah.
How about like a Calvin Austin?
Yeah. Wide receiver right here.
Man is a weapon. He ran so well. He ran so well. I think he ran like a 4.3.
Isn't this the kind of role that Dwayne Eskridge is gonna play? Ideally,
that's my thought, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really sure how that lines.
This is the Dwayne Eskridge type role. You got two.
Here's the problem. How like Mike, if you just click the Seahawks logo on the left there, just like it will show how many picks we have. We have 4 more picks. There's no clear viable needs that we have right now.
Right, because we've established our need for our fill in for Bobby. We have corners. Maybe corner, pick another one. We've got 2 edge rushers. Yeah. We got offensive. Those are our needs: edge, O tackle, corner, and Bobby replacement. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
quarterbacks. I don't think, especially with Malik not going before 9. I don't think quarterback could be addressed right here. I really do. Just for the record, I really do believe that Drew Lock is going to be the starter for the vast majority of the year, regardless of what happens, unless we trade for a Baker, a Matt Ryan, whatever. I'm
also hearing that the Seahawks are not expected to pick a quarterback at 9. That's the vibe getting out of they believe in Drew Lock.
They definitely believe in Drew Lock, and I think that they like him and they want to give him a chance. And if a year, like let's be real, we're probably not going to win the Super Bowl this year. So if Drew Lock plays next year and he sucks, then we'll pick a quarterback in the draft. If he plays next year and he's good,
you know, if we win 3 games, it's Bryce Young and baby.
CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, yeah, absolutely. So
and also you never know who's going to come out and dominate next year. Who's going to be on the board as well? Remember Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow was all Tua number 1 pick hype, and
is that a shot at my boy Tua? Yeah.
It's not a shot at your boy Tua. I'm just facts in the sense that
okay.
The Dolphins. Do you remember the hashtag tank for Tua? That was a hashtag.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then by the time draft time came, Joe Burrow was the undisputed number 1. So I mean, stuff will rise.
Kenny Pickett wasn't even close to the first round before this year. I mean, like, let's be honest.
I say we look at quarterback here.
So you want at 90
corner.
I was going to say what? Yeah.
Corner. I mean, at this point, like
I'm gonna be honest. I'm an Alabama fan, and I think this guy is booty cheeks.
All right, good. So we're not gonna take him.
I think
that's the kind of insight we got. Darion Kendrick, though.
Good. He tested well. 6 foot, 197.
But he's booty cheeks.
He's booty cheeks in my opinion.
What about Darion Kendrick out of Georgia? It would be a reach.
It would be a reach.
He had a 1.
What? I've never seen that.
Never mind.
What did he run? A 5 second?
What about Mario Goodrich? He must have run like a 4.6 or something like that, like 4.7. Jesus Christ! I know Zion McCollum out of Sam Houston State tested really well. I think he broke the record for 3-cone.
999. Damn, he on his Juice WRLD shit. Tall, long. Oh, listen.
I'm gonna research.
If you want like the prototypical Pete Carroll corner, it's these first sentence: tall, long, and fast. That has Pete Carroll salivating at the mouth right now. You know,
I mean, that's basically my Tinder bio right there.
Tall, long, and fast. I mean,
yeah.
What more could you want, really?
Zion McCollum had a 6.48 3-cone, which was the best at the combine
ever, or this year.
I thought I saw something that said it was the best ever, but I guess it was just the best overall at the combine.
Okay. Additionally, right here, furthermore, he's been consistently one of the most productive ball hawks. We need a guy that can get turnovers. In my opinion.
Listen, we got a tall, long, and fast corner earlier, and Tariq Woolen. Let's get another tall, long, and fast corner in Zion McCollum.
Zion McCollum, I like it. My only thing was it's a reach to take him at 91. Do we want to try to trade down a little bit so we could get Zion at a better value? Okay. Let's go with the team. Let's check out who has like a pick in like 105. Do you want to try to trade with the Chiefs at 103?
Yeah, let's move back to Kansas City. Let's try it.
All right, we want my 91 for your 103, and we'll give them a 7th.
Can we get like 248 and then we get like a 135 if that's eligible? We're gonna have to really sweet talk them. Like give up like a 7th for us, and then we're gonna have to really sweet talk them into this. This is
12. We might have to go a 91 and 153 for 103, 135, but I'll try this one. Okay, I didn't think that was gonna work.
I'd be willing to do 153 for 135.
Yeah. That's good right there.
That might work. That might work.
Sweet.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's a solid trade back for us.
Okay, so as long as Zion McCollum doesn't get taken, we have a pick at 98 also. So if he's there and we want to take him, we can take him at 98. Yeah. So now we got 98 and 103. So let's continue. Okay. No.
There. I say we just take him here.
Yeah.
It's not risk it. No. It's not risk it.
Yeah, I think Zion McCollum,
best corner available.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 103. Okay. No. 2023.
What do we do now?
Now
we've gotten 2 corners. We've gotten 2.
I think we go for the guy with the most upside. To be completely honest with you,
a linebacker too. Is that like a Ellaby? Or
I'm sorry.
Is that Ellaby, who's the top quarterback on the board? Is that a receiver? Is that like who has the top talent on the board? Because at this point, I think we're open to just
Calvin Austin. Probably.
Is there like any centers on the board? Because we're only in the 3rd round.
Cameron Jurgens, nah.
By the way, I want to say something. Cameron Jurgens, I need him to be a Seahawk because the man makes homemade beef jerky, and his nickname is Beef Jerky. They mentioned this on the Combine broadcast. His nickname is Beef Jerky. So at one point, he's going to have to be a Seahawk. But for right now, I see we just pick Calvin Austin. I think he's best available. I think he's a weapon.
This could be a Tyreek Hill type situation. I could that's the kind of comp I have for that right there.
And we need receiver depth. We could use receiver depth.
We do. Okay. 135. Darion Kendrick still on the board at corner. RS. Oh golly.
His RS was 1, but he was a consistent round pick before the combine.
Yeah, talk about guys whose stock dropped because of the combine. Yeesh.
There was a certain receiver out of Central Michigan who ran a 4.5, and his name was Antonio Brown. Guys can play faster than they run. It's just a fact. But
have you ever this is a genuine question. Have you ever ran a genuine track stance 40-yard dash?
Yes, I have.
Because I remember our track team did this. And this is just a note in general, just to keep in mind. Our track team did this. And before we did this, I had in my head, these 3 guys are going to get the top 3 scores because they're the fastest 3 guys on the team, right? None of those 3 guys got in the top 5. And we were all like, why? We were so confused. It's because the people that had went just had better form. They had better form. They had a better jump off the line, all that type of stuff. So running a 40-yard dash isn't exactly a great calculator of who's faster. It just kind of means who ran 40 yards faster, right? If we're going from potential, I really like Damian Pierce out of Florida. RES is okay. 5'10", 215. He bounces off tackles. He's powerful. That's the type of guy Pete Carroll likes.
Yeah, we only signed Rashad Penny to a 1-year deal.
Right. It's not like we have
Chris Carson has 1 year left on his deal. It won't hurt to get another running back.
So, are you good with Damian Pierce right here?
Yeah, Damian Pierce out of the SEC.
Sweet. Sorry for my Alabama SEC bias, guys. Once again.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
waiting for that UConn bias to kick in.
I'm waiting for that UConn bias. This was an NBA mock draft, though. I'm sure we would have a few guys, so don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. This should be our last pick. This is our last pick of the day.
How about we take a quarterback here?
You thinking a 7th round quarterback? You thinking
De'Aaron King?
You know what? Is that the craziest idea in the world?
By the way, see Mike Beaudry out of Idaho, former UConn quarterback. I just got to shout him out. Former UConn quarterback. So let's take it. No, I'm joking. De'Aaron King.
Let me make the case for De'Aaron King real quick. Okay.
There was a certain short quarterback in 2012. No, I'm sure.
Yeah. There was a certain
no one believed in it.
Listen, De'Aaron King, right? Played in college football forever. I think he played 6 years in college football.
Because he opted out.
Right? Has been constantly bewildered with injuries. But when he's been on the field, and he hasn't played for very good teams, right? He's played for Houston and Miami. And this is, I hate to bring to you Miami fans, this is in 2001. Your team's kind of ass, okay? He, I think, has been really good. Now, am I taking him in the first 1 through 6 rounds? No. But I think if we're sitting here at 248, we don't have an answer at quarterback yet. And we have this guy who I think has a lot of potential and just has not been able to stay on the field. What does it hurt to take De'Aaron King in the 7th round?
I think it can hurt because I think we can get him as an undrafted free agent.
True, we could. But
I see EJ Perry, who have actually low-key been interested in since the combine out of Brown.
The other, I don't know if we'd be able to get De'Aaron King as a free agent only because he's kind of a Southern guy. And so for the Pacific Northwest to get him to sign there.
EJ Perry real fast. Let's check out because I know that the Texans scheduled a meeting.
Coming soon. Nice.
No scout.
Okay.
I'll look up his measurables, see how he measures up. But
I will push the envelope. Remember we did this last year and I pushed the envelope for who was it? I think I had a Texas. What was his name?
Ellinger?
What's up?
Was it Ellinger?
Yeah. Do you remember I was pushing the envelope for Ellinger? I was like, Ellinger would be nice.
EJ Perry 6'2", 210. Last year for Brown, he had last year for Brown, he had 3,000 yards, 22 touchdowns. Hey, listen, if you really like De'Aaron King, I will take De'Aaron King.
You'll take De'Aaron King with me?
What the hell?
What the hell? Listen, Seattle, we found.
Wait, if you want to take a second, Chris Oladokun out of South Dakota State, a Division I AA powerhouse at court. He's a quarterback.
What's his name?
Chris Oladokun.
Oladokun.
Yeah, Oladokun. I don't know.
I actually, fun fact, I have a friend who went to high school who goes to South Dakota State. He is roommates with this guy, actually.
Oh my God, you have to pick him. How are we not going to pick? How are we not going to pick?
Kale, I'm sorry, bro. If you're watching, I'm a little bit more of a De'Aaron King fan. But
oh my God.
But I do love me some Chris. So I was gonna mention that actually. Because I recognize his name.
Division I AA powerhouse.
True. FCS.
Powerhouse.
FCS. South and North Dakota State are like the only legit FCS schools, I feel like, every single year. Like they're just it's just like the dogs going
North Dakota State has had 2 top 3 picks in the last 6 years?
Yeah, Carson Wentz and Trey Lance. Yeah.
Bizarre.
And they have a guy this year, Christian Watson.
Who's also really good.
He's gonna go. He might go in the first round. Yeah.
If you want to take De'Aaron King, I will totally take De'Aaron King because who doesn't love a little chaos, right?
Why not? And you know what? Worst case scenario, assuming he's healthy. Worst case scenario, this guy at 3rd and 1, run a little QB power at the goal line.
Or worst case scenario, he can change positions. He's been talking about changing positions for teams. Worst case scenario, give him a chance at receiver. Who's gonna stop you from using him in any way possible if you don't think he's gonna make the roster as a quarterback?
Are you suggesting that Pete Carroll, who runs halfback dive over 50% of the plays, employs a Taysom Hill type of offense where we just put him at everywhere? Tight end, receiver, running back.
He's the Swiss Army knife, Mike. That's exactly nice.
Well, you got to be able to know how to use the Swiss Army knife. I mean, if you're I'm arguing against the guy that I want.
Wait, there might be a spoon on the Swiss Army knife, Mike. There might be a spoon on the Swiss Army knife.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But, Pete, I know Pete would try to do some dumb stuff with the Swiss Army knife.
Listen, if you want to take Darion King, I'm totally open to taking Darion King.
Chris, I'm sorry, bro. I love you.
Undrafted free agent.
Tell Kel I said hi, man. I got to go with Darion King. I got to go with Darion
Mike,
King.
In real talk, if he gets drafted by the Seahawks, we have to get him on the podcast.
Okay. I actually had a conversation with Kale, and I was like, bro, this was months ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. I said, if he somehow ends up on the Seahawks, do you think that you could talk to him for me? And he said, and I quote, he told him about our podcast thing, and if he comes, he would be down to join the podcast. So, in my heart, I would love for Chris to be taken right here. That would be awesome. But
however, Mike doesn't think you're that great. No, I'm joking.
I know, dude. I know he's gonna come on our podcast, and then afterwards he's gonna rewatch your clips and be like, "I want to take Darion King." He's gonna be like, "What the hell?
Why didn't you guys get Darion King on the podcast? I don't know. Why didn't you get Darion King if he's so much better? He
just gets like really mad at us.
Anyways, I say we take Darion King or Chris. That's just who doesn't love a little chaos, right? Who doesn't love? Imagine how much Twitter would explode if we picked Darion King.
Yeah, and I think Darion King's also
he's a 5'8" quarterback.
I think Darion King's also a guy, and you can even compare this to like Lamar Jackson his rookie year, where like Lamar Jackson didn't play a whole lot the first half of his rookie year, but there would be plays where he would just come in and line up at wide receiver, and teams would be like, "What the hell is going on?" And it would just scramble the whole defense. You know what I mean? You tell me if Darion King is lined up at receiver, teams aren't like, "What the?" So
yeah.
I don't know. I love you, Chris, but I think we're gonna go Darion King right here. And
who doesn't love a little chaos? Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. How about that mock draft?
How about that? We got George Karlaftis, Wolin, Christian Harris. I convinced Sam we're taking Ajabo. Abraham.
Well,
Lucas.
listen. I was totally open to taking Ajabo. I love David Ajabo.
But what I think we did well is we were gonna take him here, right? And then we decided, oh no, we'll take him 9 picks later. So I think that was a really good strategy by us. Ended up getting.
Look how many trades we made. Look how many picks we got through trades.
We literally didn't trade 2 picks out of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
how about this draft?
Right? How about it?
This might be our best draft.
It very much might be.
This might make our team damn near watchable.
It might. Honestly, I think we could break 500 if all of these guys go the way we think they're going to do. And just looking at like the conferences, right? I mean, I don't see any real bias here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Sam Houston State, who knows what conference that's in? I mean, like, Jesus. I mean,
no free advertising.
No free ads. Got to pay us next time.
But if you want to sponsor us, our email is actually in the top of the description. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Hey, put it there. Who knows?
Tweet at us.
No. But anyways, like if you go up, like there's no bias here. Look, we got Big Ten.
Yep.
Is that Conference USA for Tariq Woolen and UTSA? Is that
I believe so.
USA?
I believe so.
Christian Harris, SEC. Another Big Ten. Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Who knows where San Diego State is?
Memphis is
American.
American. SEC again.
SEC.
Miami's ACC.
And ACC, yeah.
So,
anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. This was a long one. We had a lot of dialogue in this one because the Seahawks are better than they were our last mock draft. It's just a fact. They just are.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's going to wrap it up. We appreciate you guys for watching. Of course, subscribe, comment your thoughts, leave a like. We'll see you in the next video.